Hi guys, Angie Bell with my fairy treasures. Okay, I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. None of us are going anywhere. Ever. Just kidding. Okay. Well, I'm going to do my best to keep coming back every day and help us just give you a little something fun to look forward to. If you enjoy my videos, if you enjoy my art, and give you some inspiration and some ideas and maybe just some entertainment while we all quarantine. Okay. You guys, I did this page. I love how this page turned out. I did this page off camera. I think it turned out so pretty. It's still actually wet. So we won't be doing the light gessoing or any of the distress inks over this because it has to dry still. But look how cool this turned out. Didn't that turn out cool? I love how this turned out. For a focal point, I think I'm going to use this cake as a focal point. So it'll go in the middle or to the side or something like that. But I think that'll be so pretty because this doesn't look very Parisian, because I have the Eiffel Tower and I have like checkerboard and I have Paris and butterflies and roses. It just looks very Parisian, very Paris. And this says the dessert. So that's going to be my focal point on that side. But we're not working with that right now, but I wanted to share that with you guys. All right, so let's go back over to this side. So where we're at is we have three different pages that we need to do a light gessoing and then do some Tim Holtz Distress Oxides and inks and sprays, whatever we want to use, a combination of all of them. And the big thing about doing these 3 pages all at once, we're just creating backgrounds, and then we'll do focal points separately for each page. I'll go through and find some focal points. But what I wanted to do was really play with my Distress Oxide and my Distressed inks, because there's inks and oxides I haven't ever used, so I want to use some of them. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to take a big brush like this, dip it in water, and then dip it into my gesso. So if you dip it in water first, it makes the gesso real light. Like, I don't want a heavy gessoing. Okay, I want it to be really, really light. So you still see through it, but it can give us a good tooth for the, inks. So you can still see right through all this, see? And if you feel like you got too much or whatever, just put a little more water. There we go. And this will even dry, once it dries, it will you'll be able to see even more through it. It'll be more transparent. But you still see everything underneath there. Okay, which is what you want. So now I'm going to put this book down. And let me get out my other art journal. Look at the yumminess of this. Let me see if you guys can see this. Doesn't that look... Move that wax paper. Look at all that. I can't wait to go through it and show you guys. Do like a journal flip through. Then we have to do covers. So that's going to have to happen on this one soon, because I'm almost done with this book. I could be done with it at any time. This might be my last spread in this book, and then we'll do the cover, and then we'll do a walkthrough on this journal. But look at the yumminess of this. That's just a journal full of yumminess. Okay. Let's get to what we're supposed to be getting to. All right, so then we have these 2 pages. So we need to do the light gessoing on both of these pages. So let's do this one first. Get that one in focus. Dip my brush into some water, then dip it into the gesso. Okay. So are you guys enjoying this little series I'm doing? Doing backgrounds. So we're getting 3 backgrounds done, or really 4 backgrounds done at one time. And then we're also getting to experiment with these these distress oxides and inks. And you know what? If you have something in your craft room, especially that's translucent, because you want to be able to see the layers, okay? If you want to do artwork like I'm doing, or, you know, similar, not the same. You might have something like, maybe you have some watercolors that you've never used. And you're like, okay, I want to use these watercolors. Instead of using distress oxides, use the watercolors. Or maybe you have some acrylic paints that you haven't used, or whatever it is. Maybe it's some water-soluble crayons. If you use an acrylic paint, and because you want to see the layers, make sure that you water it down with some water, or wipe it on with a baby wipe. That also makes the acrylic paint translucent. Okay, so now we have our light gessoing on here. Let me put my gesso away. And we got to dry this. So you guys, if you want, fast forward. What the heck's my baby wipe at? There it is. If you don't want to hear my blow dryer, fast forward. All right. Okay, sorry about how long that took, but you know, I did 2 pages. And I kind of want, excuse me, wanted you to see the magic of how it just puts like a little beautiful little haze over everything. Gives it a really mystical, magical look. but you can still see all the layers. Okay, so on this page over here, scoot this over so you can see. I want to use, oh, I made myself the most delicious smoothie. Look at that. I used, what did I use? I used, what kind of milk did I use? I think I used coconut milk. Okay, I think it's coconut or almond milk, but I think it's coconut milk. Coconut, let's just say coconut milk, frozen bananas, frozen raspberries, frozen mangoes. I like to put Greek yogurt. That's a good bacteria, you guys. It's a good to boost your immune system. And a little bit of agave syrup. And I didn't have to put that much agave syrup because I put the banana in there, the frozen banana. And the frozen mango is very sweet too. Good little afternoon snack. And very healthy. And you feel like you're having a dessert. So, double whammy. Okay. I gotta say, I got a lot of things over here to use. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I think I'm going to try this Victorian Velvet ink. This is not a distress oxide. This is just a distressed ink. Put that over this area. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay, and then we're going to do, I want to do a distress oxide. So let's do Salty Ocean. Put some of that Salty Ocean. Oh, open this up. Get some Salty Ocean right here. Oh, that color's pretty bold. There's a little purple in here, so, and that was an oxide. We'll put this as a distressed ink. This is Dusty Concord. So we'll put some Dusty Concord right here. Ooh, that looks pretty. Loving this. And I also want to see the distressed ink Broken China, I think. Or, you know what? I think we have enough blue. Let's just do this distress ink here. This is a spun sugar. Yeah, we need something kind of a little more light. All right. Hopefully it doesn't ruin my stuff. Anyway, okay, so I'm thinking if I should spray or if I should just use my brush here, or if we should spray. Okay, first let's spray, and then if I need to use my brush, we'll use my brush. Okay, now you guys, I'm gonna have to go off camera for a second. I want things to drip and drizzle into each other, so sorry. Oh, this looks cool. I absolutely love it. Okay, I'll let you guys see it just a second. Okay, look how cool that looks. Let me catch some drips that are about to drip on my lap. Okay. And I'm just going to just take off a little excess on the blue, just a little bit, so you can see. Look at all the beautiful, oh, I think that's gorgeous. And you can see so many gorgeous layers underneath. Very pretty. And what's going to be magical is when we can see it drying, because some of it's distress oxides. Okay. So let's get this other side done, and then we'll dry it with the dryer, so you can see it also do some oxidation, and you'll be able to see this the everything, all the collage below. You'll be able to see it come up. Okay, this side here I want to do a lot of more vintagey looks, because this is all a vintagey page. This had more of the pastels and stuff on it, so I want to try this fossilized amber. It seems like this is the one that everybody got at Hobby Lobby when they had them for 75% off. So these were like $1.50. It was ridiculous. But it's like everybody got that fossilized amber. In fact, I probably got 3 of these. Okay, I want to do I want to do aged mahogany because this color is gorgeous. This is only a distressed ink, not an oxide. I want to do, of course, vintage photo distress oxide and rusty hinges ink and distress oxide walnut. All right, so let's go for it. We'll go for the distress oxide vintage photo first. Okay. We'll go for some fossilized amber right there. Ooh, I don't know if I like that color or not. We'll see. If I don't like it, I can always go over with something else. No major. Here is, this is Rusty Hinges Distressed Ink. That is one of my favorite colors. I love the distressed ink. You know what I did is I went over the fossilized amber with the Rusty Hinges just a little bit. I think I'll like it better like that. Here's some walnut. And I think the walnut I'm going to do around the edges. Yeah, that'll look cool. And then this aged mahogany. This is one of my new favorite colors. I've had it forever, never used it. It's a distressed ink, not an oxide. And I never used it. And it is gorgeous. This color is just, oh, one of my new favorite colors. Okay. Let's throw some water on this. And let's see what we get. In fact, I need my brush a little bit because I wasn't able to get close to the, there we go. Wasn't able to get close to the sides with this. I wanted to get that going in through here. Okay, so let me very cool. I almost don't like, I don't know. I'm thinking I don't like the mahogany color in here because I wanted it to be a very distressed look without, so I'm going to take that off. A little bit will stay on, right? But I'm going to replace it with something else. Let me just dry it a little bit. The little bit of mahogany that stays is fine. But I don't like that much, how much I have. So let's do some vintage photo. Let's do some distress oxide and some rusty hinges. I know I love that. Okay, there we go. And some more oxide of the walnut stain. Okay, there we go. Rusty hinges. Did I get enough rusty hinges going? All right. Let's see now. Just a second, guys. I know I'm completely off camera. Just a second, though. I want things to kind of flow and go and do their thing. Okay. All right. I like that. I like it a lot. Let me just take my paper towel and just kind of mop up excess of stuff. Okay, so now let's dry some of this so we can see what it looks like. Okay, I am loving this. This is Distress and Age that you could just never get. Okay, let me bring my camera in closer just a second. Not that close. Okay. I just want to show you what it looks like. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Let me get on my light. Just wanted to show you. Okay, there's the top. I love this. Look how distressed that is. Look how that's oxidized. Fabulous. And then there's the side. And there's the, see if you guys can see the bottom. There's the very bottom. I love that. Okay. Now, let's go to the other side. There's the top. Oh, I love it. I love how that, this is the blue, this is that, what is it called? Salty Ocean, I think. What's it called? Yeah, Salty Ocean. I love how that's oxidized. Gorgeous. And that's what the bottom looks like. Really, really like that. It looks so distressed. Okay. So now what we're going to do, let me go all the way back in. Okay. And make sure what we're doing. Okay, come back down. You guys can see me. I'm wearing a black shirt. Wait. Hi. Okay. Oops. Okay. So let's take this and put this down. Also, we're going to come back to these two pages and we're going to use some stamps on them. We're going to do some, we'll do some stamps. And when we do the stamping, it'll be in the same background color. And then what else we're going to do? Oh, and then we'll do the script stamp that I love to do and some fairy dusting. Okay. And then they'll be ready for focal point. Okay. This page, oh, and I'm going to say this page here, probably I'm not going to put any paint on this page because I'm really loving the way this looks. So I'll probably just do a little bit of light gessoing just to give it that pretty magical haze over it. And then we'll put the, this is a focal point on there. But anyway, that's what I think. That's what I'm thinking for now. All right, so let's go to this. This is pretty dry except for over in this corner. There's wet still. Okay, so let me dry the corner. I'm looking at the time situation. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go in with the Salty Ocean again. Right here, there. This is intense, so I'm going to go a little lighter on the Salty Ocean this time. I want to use the Salty Ocean is an oxide. I'm going to use the spun sugar again. Love this. And I'm just taking it right onto the surface. Or that's the spun sugar. I'm going to use, sorry, I'm going to use the Victorian Velvet. I'm going to put some Victorian Velvet here. And I'll throw some spun sugar. Yeah, I'll throw some spun sugar. Or what is this? Victorian Velvet. at the top here too. Because spun sugar is not very, this is very, very, very light. Tattered rose, what does this look like? You know what, is my tattered rose, is that dry? No, it's not dry, but it's very, very light, so you're not seeing that one either. We will throw a little bit of purple. Purple is right here anyway. Right there. We'll throw a little bit of purple there. And I think we're good. Yeah. So let's take a little bit of water. Ooh, my water bottle's almost out. I think we got enough water anyway, but we'll just go like this with my brush. Perfect. And I'm going to be out of focus for a second because I want everything to run together. I want it to run down the page. Let things do some mixing. I think I like this time better because I was a little less aggressive with the color. And I should even say that and do prejudging because I still have more steps I'm going to be doing. So sometimes I got to get away from that perfectionism type thing, trying to make everything so perfect. Because when you do that, sometimes you lose the beauty of what you're doing, trying to make everything so perfect. So, yeah, loving this. Look how pretty that looks. Let me dry it, then we'll do a close-up. What is my camera doing? Hopefully that yellow thing is not anything. Okay, some yellow thing is on my screen. Hopefully you guys aren't seeing it. I don't know what that is. Love it. And I love this distressed look because I like it to look like, I like my work to look like it's an old wall, or like it's like an old wall that's had tons and tons of paint over and over, maybe some posters on the wall and they've been ripped off and tattered. So I love that look. So that's what I feel like I've created, which is what I'm always trying to create. If you guys see any of my work, that's what I'm creating. Okay. And I love graffiti. So I love an old graffiti wall that looks like it's been graffitied over and over and painted over and over, and there's been a poster there and someone ripped the poster off. Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. Oh, I can't believe that just happened. Hopefully everything stays on. Is that the way it's supposed to go? Sorry, guys, about that. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. My my camera fell off of its thing and went crazy. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen again. I just wanted to come in a little closer so you guys can kind of see how this is looking. I am loving it. I'm loving all the distress. And that's what it looks like at the bottom. I'm trying to be really careful with my, it's not an easel. What is this called? Okay, let me come back down. Come all the way back down. There you go. Go all the way down. There we go. Okay, so gotta come in a little closer than that. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Jeez, usually don't have this much problem. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna let this one dry just a little bit more on its own. Go back to my other book. We'll let that dry a little bit on its own. This one's had time to dry more. I'm facing the right way, yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to do some stamping on both of these. All right, let me have some of my smoothie. So crazy. I can't believe all that happened. Okay. So crazy. All right, hopefully cut some stuff out already. Well, you know what? This will probably work. Yeah, this has all the colors in it. This color box, I haven't used this yet, so let's just use that. It has all the colors in it. And if it doesn't, I do have some color box colors that I just bought too. Okay. Yeah, I got this from Hobby Lobby for 75% off for like $4 when it was like regularly like $20 or something. Anyway, okay, so what I like to do when I use something like this, I like to stick with the same colors that are in the background so that everything stays in the background. Like I wouldn't use a yellow on this. I wanted to use the colors that are already in this. So that's what I'm going to do. These are my new Bow Bunny stamps. And I haven't ever even opened these up yet. For the sake of time, I should have already had them opened. Kind of fun though. I'm using just new stuff after new things after new things. Okay, do I have a stamp block? Sometimes I use a stamp block. Sometimes I just use my hands, but I have a stamp block handy. So I want to throw some really cool stamps on here in the background to add. This is a little dress form, so I'm going to put that on here. And I think, do these come out? I think they come out. Yes, they do. Good thing I'm wearing black. Okay. Oh, so it's like this. So you can hold on to it. Cool. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll stamp this here and there. Cool. Alrighty. All right. Put that back. The next stamp I want to do is I'm going to do a I want to do this little thimble. It's really, really small. I don't know if you can even see that. It's just a little thimble. That'll be cool. And let's do that with a little bit of this purple one. Do a little bit of a purple thimble here and there. I don't even normally wipe off my stamps that much, but a lot of ink goes on these. One, because they're so new. This is a little stamp, which I think is really cool. So we're just going to do a little stamp. And we'll use this little magenta color here because that's in our background. These are like highly pigmented. Look at that. And we'll put this little stamp here and there. A little bit. And am I caring about, and the next thing I'm going to do is butterflies. Am I caring about getting things perfect? Absolutely not. The more imperfect, the better. Okay. So I'm going to put this one aside here. Make sure I'm in frame so you guys can see. Yeah. And we'll come up close in just a second. What am I doing? I want to do the butterflies. I don't think I have these open yet. Nope. These are some new Bo Bunny stamps that I got from HSN recently. I got like 6 set of stamps for like 11 bucks. It was crazy. So I want to do butterflies, which I think will be fabulous. Okay, let's use this lighter blue color. I haven't used that yet. Okay. Cool. I'm going to throw this purple on this butterfly. Okay. Ooh, I love this butterfly on here. This looks gorgeous. All right, we're just going to stick with the same butterfly, but use different colors on here. Use some of this magenta color. Make sure you guys are still there. Yes, you are. Okay. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. Okay, so then let's take that off of there and put this back on here. Just a second, guys. So I'm putting it back onto the card. All right, and we can put this away for now. Let me see how these go. Okay. Oh, all right. My hands got a little messy from that, but not too bad. All right. Cool. Love those. And plus you get all your colors right, a bunch of colors right there if you need them. Makes it really convenient. You don't have to look for like a ton of these. You can just go to this. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let me just put that away quickly. Okay, so we're going to continue with this one, with this page right here. Hopefully you guys are seeing this page good. The next thing I want to do on this page is I want to do some script stamp. You guys know I always like to do script stamping, which is a block like this with a script. And I think it really adds a lot of magic when you put a script stamp. And you don't want it like even. It's like you want to see some script stamp here, not some script stamp there. I love it. Okay. Love it. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do some script stamping over on this page too. While we're here. I got this out. We're still going to do some stamping on here, but I might as well get some. Ooh, I like this page. You know what? I may not even throw any stamps on this. I like just this script stamped on here. Fabulous. Love it. Yeah, I love this the way it is. I'm not going to do any stamping on top of this. I'm going to leave it just like that. But what I am going to do, just a second, you guys, I'm about to create a crafty avalanche here, is I'm going to throw some, on the light color page, I'm going to throw some fairy dust. Fairy dust is nothing but watered down acrylic paint. Put some white down here on my glass mat. And let me get one of my brushes that I like to do that with. Here we go. I love to use just a real stiff brush to do fairy dusting. You can do it. You can do a toothbrush. You can do a fan brush. I also like using a fan brush. Just kind of depends. Now I'm going to throw some fairy dust on this other page too. We're going to fairy dust both pages. I didn't know if I wanted to fairy dust this or not, but it looks really, it adds some magic to put a little fairy dust on here too. Gorgeous. And on this one right here, it really adds the magic to see the fairy dust. Oh my God, I love it. After I add the script stamp and the fairy dust, to me, it always brings the whole page together. I do not know why, but it always seems to. Okay, so I'm going to bring my book up, or let me, hopefully I don't crash my camera again, trying to move in a little closer for you guys. Okay. So there's that. Okay, let me see what you guys are seeing. Okay, so there's that. I think that looks so pretty. And there's that. I think it looks really mystical and magical. And it's just perfect for a beautiful focal point. And then I love how this turned out over here. Let me show you guys. Doesn't that just look so distressed and aged? Love it. Okay, so there's that page. Then our third one, let me put this one down. Then our third one. Okay, so now we need to there we go. Go back down. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Okay, perfect. So on this one, what do we want to do? Let's do butterflies again. I want to do some butterflies on this page. I have some other stamps that I want to do on this page. I have a little bag of my favorite stamps. I'm going to get out. I love this. This is a postage stamp. I love this word vintage. I love this stamp. This is like a little spool. Okay, so I could keep going forever, but let's just go with these three stamps right here. And get this ink back out again. Okay, so I'll take this purple load this up and just go. Someone asked me in my last thing, do I have wooden stamps? Yes, I do. I have old wooden stamps, and these are Stampin' Up! Stamps. They're, it says year 2000 on them. No, it can't be 2000 because, wait. Yeah, maybe this is year 2000. Oh, anyway. I got them at a garage sale. Like a craft garage sale. So, love them. Okay. I'll clean off my stamps in just a minute. Let's go to this next one. Okay, this is a postage stamp. Love it. Okay, very cool. And then I'm going to take this turquoisey color because there's some turquoise in the background. I'm going to use my spool stamp. This is hard for you to even see. It's so old, but I love this spool stamp. It's one of my favorite stamps. I might throw some of these stamps right here because I do love them on that vintagey page. Okay, love that. Alrighty. Let me use a baby wipe on my hands and on these stamps. And I'll let you get in close too in a minute. Okay. That ink is so new that, I mean, tons of ink is, I mean, you can't, it's like you can't even stamp all the ink off. There's like a lot of ink on there. It's a pigment ink, so I don't think I use pigment inks that much. And I think they take a little bit longer to dry than other ones do, but I like it. What I like about it is all the colors, all in one strip. Very cool. Okay, I'm going to take black archival ink and this vintage, the stamp that says vintage on it. I'm going to add that on here. And I just want to put that somewhere kind of cool looking, like right here. Vintage. Love that. And then I'm going to take this spool and just add some black here and there with this spool. I feel like this page needs a little bit of black here and there. Even though it's pastel, it still needs a little black to, I don't know, freshen things up. And also I'm going to use this stamp again. Oh yeah, I love it. Cool. All right, that's what I feel needed to be done there. And then let's go ahead and use our script stamp on the whole thing. Let's add the magic and bust out the script stamp. Very, very cool. Oh, I love it. Okay, so now we got our script stamp done. Let's do some fairy dusting. And we'll be done with these backgrounds. I'll finish this background off camera. Okay. Let me get these stamps out of the way because I'm about to fairy dust. I don't want those stamps getting fairy dusted. Okay, so let's fairy dust. Cool. Love this. What I love is you just see so many beautiful layers. Like an old wall or graffiti that's been painted, postered, ripped off, torn off, repainted again, maybe some more graffiti. Love it. I'm going to show you guys close-ups here in just a second. Let me just clean up my mess a little bit. Oh, I think it's gorgeous. I'll let you guys see. Let me come up a little bit closer on this one. Okay. Look how pretty that looks. Oh, I love it. Okay, let me bring the camera back a little bit so you can see that. I think that came out really, really cool. See all the cool layers? Let me see if I can come out a little closer. Okay. So there's just all of the cool layers. Love it. Okay. Let's go all the way back down so we can go down. Go down. Cool. Yes, I'm loving this. So, let me just see if I want to come back. I think I do. You guys, just one second. I'm going to take this one away. I can tell you, it's a challenge working on 3 or 4 pages at a time and keeping everything in focus. Okay, let's bring that back down a little bit. There we go. Okay, the reason I brought this one back up is I want to do some stamping on this page with those stamps that I just showed you. The postage stamp, this other postage stamp, the spool, and the vintage. Do I want anything else? Oh, I knew I'd want this. This is a little calligraphy nib. Isn't that cool? Okay, so in some black and some brown, I want to use this. So do I have... Okay, I see my black ink. Where the heck is my brown ink pad? That's weird. My brown ink pad is always right here in front of me. That's very strange. Wait, is it on the bottom? Oh, there it is. Hopefully I don't have an avalanche. Okay. So, I have this archival dark brown sepia ink. This is gorgeous, you guys. Love it. There's a lot of brown in here, so I'm going to use this brown color and do some stamping with this. So it's not going to show up real heavy. It's just going to show up here and there, which is all we want. Okay, and then I have this stamp here, postage stamp. Let's do the same thing. Just here and there. So it's just adding to the background. Just really cool. So I have this right here. This is that spool. cool. Love this thing. I might want to put this on a block. Where is my block at? Just a second. There it is. And I need a glue stick if I can find one. To get this on this block, I take a glue stick and use a little bit of a glue stick because this lost its stickiness a long time ago. Because that stamp is super old. So if you need to just, when you use one of your stamps like this and you know you lost its stickiness, just put a little glue stick on there. That's what I do. Love it. And then this little pen nib, I love it. I'm gonna dip the pen nib in a little black ink pad and go over it here and there. So we're just in a really cool way building up this background, and then I want to use this. Oh, I just got my hand all over this black pad. Okay, I should have busted out with a stamp pad, but it's fine. So we're going to put that right here. Or I mean, not stamp pad, I should have busted out with a block, but no major. Maybe I will need to get a block out. Okay, just a second. Let me get a block out and also a baby wipe to get all this black off my hands. Okay. Okay, we're gonna use this glue stick again on here so we can, there we go. All right. Get that nice and loaded up. And you know what, let's put this up here at the top, in the middle. Just the word vintage. I just think it looks really cool. So cool. And then I might put another vintage down there. I will. Awesome. I'm just going to take this vintage and just go over here a little bit if anything comes off. Nope, that's it. Okay. So I love that. I just wanted to add a little bit more of these really cool vintagey stamps that I love over onto this page because I just felt like we could add a little bit more. I wasn't going to stamp, but then I thought, oh no, if I have these cool stamps, they have to be. I have to use those. So you guys, this was a long one. Doing all these backgrounds and playing with all these inks. I hope you guys liked this whole section. The next thing we're going to do is, and this will be the last of it, I will have some focal points. I'll do 2 pages with the focal points already done, and then I'll do 2 pages with focal points with you guys. So just to, you know, kind of end the series because it's getting really long now. So we'll do 2 pages together and 2 pages will already be done as far as focal points, but you'll see everything. So I'm really loving this. I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys have learned something and been inspired, and you bust out with some music note paper and some book pages, and whatever paints you want to experiment with that you haven't used for a while, or inks like I did. Maybe throw some fairy dust and some, use a script stamp, or use some of your favorite stamps, however you want to do it. So I hope I gave you guys some inspiration, got your mind off of your troubles. I know I got my mind off my troubles for a little while. And I will catch you guys in the next one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, that'd be great. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. And like I said, I'll be back and we'll have focal points to put on top of this, on top of all these pages, okay? And we'll finish everything up. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.